Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Controversy of the day with Logan and Jay. So many things happening, so many things to keep up with. State of the Union. Oh, Logan and I, we got to talk about a little bit about the State of the Union. Of course, we got to talk about I ran so far away. Oh my God! I mean, what's happening here, folks? Tail wagging the dog or what? Are we just, dancing on the edge here, World War III, or is it just the fourth turning, the whole thing? Or, I mean, what the hell is happening? This Iran situation, oh my gosh, my golly, and so much more. And maybe we'll end on a little bit of pop culture here as we talk a little about the late, great Robert Duvall and talk about a really cool, hip, kind of scary AI movie. We'll do a little review of that. Good luck and have fun and don't die. Well, we'll talk about that and so much more on this edition of Controversies of the Day. Log, how are you?
Fine.
Fair to Midland, are you? Oh my gosh, buddy. Well, the State of the Union, I fell asleep. I had to go to sleep for work. We're regular guys, folks. We do, we've got regular jobs. We got families. We got lives. We got things to do. But we love this kind of stuff here. We just like to get to the truth of things, the bottom of things. I don't know. I hope Logan saw more of it so that he can enlighten me and maybe the good stuff that I missed. I thought the beginning was nice. Of course, way too much of the still sitting, standing. Like, oh my God, we're at church. What the heck's going on here? But there were some heroes, some real life heroes that were acknowledged. And hey, the hockey team USA, hey, the Olympic hockey team, both the men's and the women's. Congratulations to all the Olympians, but especially to both the hockey teams. Fantastic stuff. But then when they started getting the meat of the matter, well, I don't know, Logan, what did you think of the State of the Union?
I don't know. I mean, all in all, I think Trump, I think he did well. I don't want to say his speech was great, but he did well, He really put the Democrats in a corner with the whole immigrants and American citizens comment, and then none of them stood up. So, I don't know. Hopefully, if anyone walked away with anything positive out of that, it's what the Democrats are. And we should probably stop voting for those particular people. But I'm sure it'll just go on, same old.
Yeah. Senator Fetterman, he seems to be on the Democrat side, wanting to play the middle. I don't know.
He's playing the middle. I think maybe as dumb as we all thought he might have been, and the doofus that he is, he has more common sense than the rest of them.
Maybe, yeah. I think he's trying to, he's trying to be a different. He's trying to be a different Democrat. Maybe, I don't know. I don't agree with him on everything. I don't agree with any of them on everything, But it's just like, man, we got to pick our poison. And these midterms, they're gonna be a big deal this year, And we got a long time to go, really, before we get to November. This being shot, ladies and gentlemen, in early March. Yeah. I mean, are there any highlights for you? I mean, again, congratulating the real life heroes and stuff. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. No, not really. Again, it's just the same old crap. Just like last year, it's just blowhard. We did this. They stole the election from me, and the Democrats suck. Blah blah blah. So don't much matter when whatever you take out of it, and then a few days later we're going to war. So
yeah, we got to get to that too. Yeah. So the State of the Union, I don't know. Again, Trump, he's a little over the top, but and then Erica was there. Oh God. Oh, Erica, can't you just go away, lady? I don't know. I really tell the people out there, look, whether you love Charlie Kirk or maybe you didn't like Charlie Kirk, she's not right. Whatever you think, whatever you like Charlie or didn't like, whatever. But this woman, she's not right. And
something's off.
I just, and you folks, you can go down that rabbit hole and you know who to talk to. Candace Owens, and she's one of them. There's a lot of rabbit holes to go down. It's not even my topic, but it's nutty as heck. She's nutty. You've sent me so much about her family, Logan, her dad, her mom, different people that they've been connected to. It's what a rabbit hole to go down. So anyway, folks, whatever it is, I just want to say TPUSA, if you think they mean well, you don't need them. You want to go to a church, a local church, go to Bible studies. I've done that in my life. I've done that. You don't need some big fancy organization to say, give us your money, give us your money. You can just go to a local church. You want to read the Bible, go read the Bible, whatever, man. I know they were like, oh, Charlie was trying to help young people get, okay, great. But, there's a lot of places to go for that, and these people want to live this lavish lifestyle, which is not the Christian way. I'm sorry. I know I'm not exactly a Christian, but hey, Jesus, he laid it out there. He said, like a camel through the eye of a needle. When he was asked the question, can a rich man inherit the kingdom of heaven? Anyway, that's your scripture, Christians. Hey, so we'll get off that. But yeah, she was there. Again, invited by Trump. Nick Shirley was there, which is, I thought that was kind of good. I'm glad he was there. Oh, you know who else was there? Oh, I don't know if they called him out or showed him. This is a player we got to watch. Now, we talked about Daddy, Larry Ellison, Oracle. Okay. We brought him up many times. We watched young David. He's not young, but he's his kid, David Ellison, who was invited by who, Logan? Lindsey Graham, my favorite homosexual senator from South Carolina.
Didn't David just buy, what news organization or channel?
I think CBS, Paramount CBS, yeah.
So I want to say I heard that deal was actually going through too. So,
and they're having some conflict with Netflix. I don't know if they want to have a hostile takeover of Netflix. So there's a lot of interesting things going on in the corporate world. But whether you like it, folks, maybe you're on the side of David Ellison. I don't know, or don't like it. Keep an eye on this dude. He's going to be inheriting Daddy's empire, and he's going to be a major player, I would say. So
depends on, he might have to contend with Peter
Thiel. Yeah,
working together.
Oh my gosh, Peter Thiel. Yeah, and it is so funny. Again, some of this stuff we repeat a little bit, but I ponder that thing, Logan. We have the State of the Union. There's the president who's then the left is like, oh, no kings and all this silly crap. But it's like, do our presidents really have the power we think we do? And it's just a question I throw up. And J.D. Vance, he was a never Trumper. Why did Trump take him? You just said before. Probably Peter Thiel. In a name and a word, 2 words, and that's why. People told him to do it, and he did it. So that just goes to show you, well, how much pull these presidents really have. So State of the Union, I don't know if everything's great in the country. I don't think so. I think we got a mixed bag right now. I said everybody enjoy these low oil prices. They ain't gonna last long.
No, not now.
Yeah, especially not now. Everybody should be like, whoa, Venezuela, and well, we get energy from America. You're right. But watch. I'll predict this right now. Maybe stick my neck out here. We're probably, the barrels of oil right now, they've been in the 60s, and they were lower, even in the 50s for a while there. Again, not too shabby, but I think by summer, I think it'll be up to $100 a barrel for sure. And then how that's going to affect our gasoline prices, obviously not going to be good.
Gas next door to us is $179, I think.
Ooh, nice.
It's $169, $179. So, and we have the cheapest around. Like we just go.
Oh, you do?
Up the next town, up the freeway here, or the bigger town off to the west here. It's about a good 20-cent difference.
Wow.
So it's much cheaper here.
Okay. All right. Here in
Peoria, being 20 seconds or 20 seconds. 20 cents.
Outside Peoria, Illinois, in our bunker. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but by me it went up 20 cents yesterday. So it's not terrible yet. We're still under $3 by me, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, folks. I'd say we're going to definitely be in the $3, $3.50, maybe close to $4 by sometime this summer. Yeah. I hope I'm wrong. Again, I hope that I'm wrong. Everybody.
I'd say it happens after the celebration, the 250 celebration.
Oh, yeah.
We'll use what reserves we have, and then after that holiday spree, it'll be shucks right now.
Yeah, and the president did bring that up at the State of the Union, didn't he? It's our 250th birthday, folks, and we really should be coming more together as a country, yet we do seem so divided. I don't know what to say. I wish the Democrats, again, get your head out of your ass and run to the middle. Run to a place of at least moderation of some sort, and get off of these special interest groups distracting from major issues. Concentrate on economic issues and concentrate on real constitutional issues. not these weird transgender and all kinds of
just pick one lane.
Yeah,
Either just transgender, just this crazy shit, just that crazy shit, and just pick a lane. Don't worry about all of them. Just pick a lane. We have enough problems. We don't need the same jackass running around from protest to protest like there's.
This world it's gone cuckoo. But on the other hand, buddy, I'm real down on Republicans too, but at the same time, we got the midterms coming. I want everybody to get out there and vote. And like I say, you got to pick your poison. So I don't know, man. I just don't know. I mean, the idea if the Democrats get back in control, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Trump's going to get anything done then.
What's scary is if they get in control. You hear all the crazies in the social media talking about, oh, you wait, we're going to come arresting all the Trump supporters, all this, that, and the other. Like they're making that. We didn't do that shit. Why are you? It'd be scary if Newsom were to, let's say, become president.
Yeah,
that'd be a scary fucking day.
Yeah, I really worried. He's awful, but he's like you always say, he's so good looking. People that dumb, they get an image in their head, and he's a good looking guy. He'll pull us out. He's pulling California down. Everybody, come on, Cali. I mean, this you're in bad shape out there. This is what a mess. And they want to have some tax out there, a wealth tax or something. Again, more people, I guess, are on views on the internet. More people in California are looking at property in Nevada. Your playground used to be down there. You used to be a Vegas guy, right? Years ago. I mean, and there's people going to Florida, more and more going to Florida. It's crazy. It's just, it's nuts. I heard about some other celebrities getting a place in Florida. So I don't know, folks. What a just a messed up world we're living right now. And
they go to those places and they turn the whole reason they left their original home. They'll turn Florida, Texas, and all these other states they're flooding into the same variation of California. They hate it. Man. I hope not. They're doing it to Austin and Dallas and all that shit now in Texas. So
yeah, Texas is going to be an interesting one to watch here. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. They got a big U.S. Senate race coming. I know. Yeah, I know the Democrats really wanted to flip Texas for years, and they did have a woman. She was kind of a character back in the day. I don't think she's with us anymore. Named Ann Richards. She was the last, I think. I could be wrong with that, but she was a Democrat governoress of Texas years ago, back in like late '80s, early '90s. I want to say, Ann Richards. Yeah. So they want to. They've had Democrats, U.S. senators in the past, Lloyd Bentsen, but. It's mostly been, Republican state now. And of course, with all those electoral votes, it's very important going into presidential races. So, yeah, and Texas is a whole crazy thing too, because they've always talked about wanting to secede. Texans kind of see themselves. Like, I don't think Texas, they don't really see themselves as Southerners. I mean, they're Texans. I mean, they got like this whole kind of culture of the West, and yeah, it's a very, very interesting state. I've got along with Texans all my life, the ones I've known personally, so they're all pretty cool with me. But anyway, it is what it is. State of the Union, I don't think everything's as rosy, folks, and obviously the president tried to put the lipstick on the pig, as they say. But I don't think everything's as rosy as it should be. I mean, we have a lot of economic problems here, and we got to get our economic stuff. We can't have young people not able to get in their first home till such a later age now. It's just a mess right now. And but stock market's near record high. Like I said, gas prices are low at the moment, and so it's a weird economy. Hopefully it will get better. Trump's talking all his big talk, and even Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, he's talking about big talk. So hopefully they're right. But, buddy, Iran. You want to dive into this one first? Because I got a lot to say. You know me. So
you can have it. I think it's just convenient timing. The Hillary stuff, the Clintons rather, the whole Clinton stuff that all disappeared. That was supposed to be where's the video from yesterday or from her deposition? Thursday or Friday? Like it was supposed to be out by Saturday. I haven't seen it. Maybe it is out. I haven't seen it. Didn't hear nothing on the news about Clinton's deposition. So, just where'd that go? That all kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
The whole Epstein shit disappeared. I just everything to me is a distraction until we put some bodies to rest with that shit. Like,
Absolutely.
that's nothing else matters. It's all nonsense. I give a fuck about another country and what that country is doing to its own people. I don't give a shit. Look what we're doing to our own people.
Exactly.
Look what we're doing to fucking kids around the world. So, as far as Iran goes, Iraq, same fucking difference at this point. You know, whatever. Yeah, I would say maybe people should see what countries in this world that we don't have Rothschild type banking in them, and then maybe we'll know who's next on the list. North Korea, we're looking at you next probably, or in either case, just saying.
Yeah, no, it's interesting, the whole thing with the U.S. dollar and the banking establishment, and yeah, it's some crazy stuff, and you wonder if that's really what it's really all about. I don't know. There's all kinds of conspiracy theories saying, "Oh, this Iran stuff's all about something else," and blah blah blah. I mean, long story short is, the American people have been told for years, "Oh, Israel's the good guys. Israel's the good guys," so that they have nukes, even though supposedly we didn't want them to get nukes.
They're not supposed to. They never signed the treaty. They're not supposed to have fucking nukes, but they do, and they will never say, they never confirm nor deny ever, anytime ever actually question about that. They never fucking say. Anyway, sorry.
No, you're fine. No, that's good. Good. No, and so we're supposed to believe that, oh, well, Iran getting nukes to defend themselves. Well, no, see, that's bad because they want to bring on the 12th Imam and they want some apocalyptic thing and we can't trust them and they're radicals. And, there's some radical stuff in their religion. Hey, there's some radical stuff in all religions if you really want to get into it. But they have had nuclear weapons pointed at them. Nobody in Fox will tell you this. Fox, which is 666, by the way, nobody tells you that these Israel's pointing weapons at Iran for years. Well, obviously, if you're Iran, you're going to want to have some weapons to point back, aren't you? It's called self-preservation, people, okay?
Like the whole Russian-Ukraine thing. Russia doesn't want NATO there. What are we doing? We're trying to get NATO in there. They want to be able to, they're trying to defend themselves. Sorry, again.
It's a mess, and I know. And if you and I say something, "Oh, you're anti-American," no, we love America. We are Americans. We're patriots, but we want things to be for America instead of Israel's interest or Ukraine's interest or this country or that country.
They got intercontinental ballistic missiles that are gonna reach us, so we gotta be fucked. We're doing this for America too. Get fucking bent. You fucking warhawks and you loyalists to Trump. You need to.
Yeah.
Stop drinking the fucking Kool-Aid for a day.
Yeah, I mean, if this entertains, if we have some lefties or subscribers, maybe you guys are going to have a good chuckle, okay? Logan and I, we're patriots. We love America. But can I say, Logan, I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'll say I'm disappointed. I've been mad at Trump, consistently mad probably since last May, June. And part of it was the big, beautiful bill. He kept saying that. Like, no, it's big, bloated. We're going deeper in the hole here. And then he goes and he bombed Iran back in June of 2025. And so that makes me go with this whole recent event in Iran. Well, wait a minute. I thought, what did he accomplish? I thought he accomplished so much.
So why are we going in there a second time?
Yeah.
If we did what we had to do with the nukes, and that was our bigger concern, now, what's our concern now? Again, as horrible as it might be, whatever was happening in that country, and I say whatever because I'm sorry, you can't trust anything. You can't trust anything. I don't even know if I refer you to Wag the Dog. That's like a documentary how I think most of this shit in our country happens. It's all a giant movie set, which is even more entertaining because the whole QAnon crap. It's all like it's fucking central casting, some big movie to begin with. So. I don't give a shit about stuff I can't see. How about our own country first? I don't give a fuck who's killing people over here. Let's worry about the people getting killed over here. Like the immigrants or the illegals that are over here killing, all the women and children and shit. How about our kids with Epstein stuff? Like, those are things that we should be worried about. Not something literally halfway across the world so we can dump more fucking money into it. If Israel has a problem with it, we give them money and weapons. Let them deal with their own fucking shit. Why do we got to do it? Like, I don't get it. It makes no sense to me.
Well, whether you are pro-Israel or you're anti-Israel, and there's a lot of that these days. There's a big what would you want to call a schism on the right? I mean, we got kind of a big divide going on
Like
here.
Crack I was talking about from the past 2 shows, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking about it, and
Zionism. I mean, that's what really what it is.
you know, the point really is, though, can it really be denied that Israel really is the 51st state of the United States? However you want to look at it. I mean, they're not officially called that, but
They got the control for it. I mean,
and again, ladies and gentlemen, there's people who have, and I'm not going to speak for my partner here. I'll just speak for me. There's people that have a meanness here or anti-Semitism, and I don't have that. I just don't want our money going to these other countries, and these other countries seemingly controlling our leadership, which seems to be the case, both Democrat and Republican. What did you tell me, Logan? Almost everybody in almost everybody who's in Congress has some sort of AIPAC rep or somebody that they consult.
Yeah, all of them do.
I mean, I really wonder if it is all. That's a lot because I mean, just so we're clear, we got 100 senators, U.S. senators, everybody, and we got 435 House of Representative members. So that's 535.
There's probably 530 of them that have it.
Wow. So interesting stuff, and
Oddly enough, one that doesn't have one, Mr. Thomas Massey.
Oh,
and go figure. Look at him getting attacked.
Yeah.
Being told he's anti-Semitic by people who aren't even most likely Semitic, that's the irony in it all. The majority of people in Israel are probably all from Europe or not that
right. Right.
So it's so crazy. So when we were all anti-Muslim back in the day during 9/11, we weren't anti-Semitic, no, because they're actually Semitic people. We were just anti-Muslim. It's funny. It's funny how that.
There's a lot of inconvenient truths out there. Right. I mean, there really are, and it doesn't mean just because Al Gore wrote a book with his inconvenient truths about the, global warming or climate change. No. That term, there's a lot of that out there, mm-hmm. And we bring it up. We like to bring up a lot of it on this little show of ours. I mean, because we believe in the truth. And some of these other people are paid big money, whether it's Jesse Waters or Margaret or Kristen on NBC and CBS on Sunday mornings, or George Stephanopoulos on ABC, Disney. I mean, these are big corporations, a lot of money telling you what to think. And some of you go this way and some of you go that way. Well, what if both sides are bad? What if it's all bad?
And don't forget about this new alt media, too. I mean, these little people are definitely doing their damage, speaking of.
Yeah. Interesting to watch Patrick Bet-David. I don't know if you've caught any recent shows, but I hate to say this because I do like their show. They're becoming more and more apologists for what's going on. I mean, now you and I were talking off the air here, and like you think you're hoping, and I'm hoping too, this Iran thing is going to just be a brief thing. Like we're going to show force, they're going to bow down. Maybe there'll be some internal fighting there, but then maybe they'll have regime change. Maybe it'll be that Shah's son or whoever, some heir like that will come back in, and that's the best case scenario, right?
Not another Iraq, right? I don't think we'll be there. I don't think it'll be a 10-year war, 20-year war. I don't think it'll be that. I think it'll be a lot quicker. I think we'll be in and out, relatively in and out. I don't think it's gonna be as bad as it is. I really think it's hard for me to believe what they did in Venezuela with a smaller group of men, with the technology and weapons we had, and then went in there and wiped out a whole, division more or less that was protecting that city, that guy.
Maduro.
Yeah, and then got out with nothing but a dude, got one injury. So it's hard for me to think that these guys just went in here, did 40 or so strikes, got 40 or so bad guys that were on this list of higher ups, and then they can walk away and say, well, successful. Mission accomplished, maybe not the whole mission, but I think I would hope we're smart enough just to get in out there, because if Trump were to do another 20-year fucking war, 5-year war even, I think the Republicans would lose. There would be Vance would not be able to push.
I'm with you. No, I'm with you on that.
I don't think it's going to be as bad as a lot of some of these fear mongers might push on. It's not good. I'm not.
That's where I'm at. I'm on the other side. I'll talk to you about the best case scenario, and I'll hope you're right. But I'm more. This is going to be another Afghanistan, another Iraq, and. It could be worse if the bigger players get involved.
Now that's the difference, right? So the difference is there's only so many players left on that list that can get involved. You got North Korea, you got China, you got Russia. North Korea maybe not so much, but I'd watch out for their little like sneaky left hook or something. But yeah, you got two other big players. Now I've heard some things that this isn't necessarily for working in. This isn't Trump working for Israel. It's more the Chinese side of it. Like I guess China's been kind of weaseling their way into Iran, this, that, and the other. So Trump's idea is to keep these guys out of that game. So Iran's a big country. It's like 3 times the size of Iraq and Afghanistan together. So maybe you got to go in there and fuck up enough infrastructure that you're going to hold back China from being able to do business with them. Just fuck the region up enough, create just enough chaos, or maybe China can't do business. That's again just a theory I heard. I guess that's best case out of like the whole reason why. I guess. I mean, it's
otherwise on the surface, it really looks like Israel's.
Right.
Yes, come on, Donald, let's go bomb Iran. No, we're not comfortable with these guys. We got this. Come on, we got to stop him. Come on. I don't know. That's what it looks like. But as you say, there are other case scenarios, and I want to be clear, folks. I think my partner here is a little more. He's very concerned about Israel. I'm mostly concerned with China. China to me is the big boogeyman, that the big Frankenstein that I think we created. By the way, we really helped to create. And which would be the Jewish word for that would maybe be Golem. I don't know if you're familiar with the story of the Golem, but we'll talk about that another time. How they, I don't know, created a man out of dust or something. I don't know, some Hebrew story, or maybe it's I don't know, maybe it's a Kabbalah thing. I don't know. Anyway, we'll go down that rabbit hole another time. But anyway, China's my big concern. So that's interesting you bring that up, that perhaps there's a chess game here with China.
China's a wag the dog thing as well.
You think so?
Well, I don't. So they're supposed to be India and them are damn near close for the biggest population.
Yeah.
I don't think China has that population. I think I've said this too.
Yeah, you thought it's more like 400 million. You don't really think they have 1 billion people there.
How the hell can you have a one-child law? So you have 1 kid for every 2 that marry and have kids. You can't replace your population. So how did you triple your population when you can't replace your population? That's what doesn't make sense to me. So I'm not sure. Plus, they've gone through wars and their own internal struggles, and fucking people dying off for whatever reason. How the hell are you able to make up all those people too when you only can have 1 kid per family? You can't make up people having kids. So I think I think they're. Somebody's lying to us, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, everything they say about everything, especially about economics, because our economics are real attached to their economics, and there were different reports they come out with. I mean, we can't trust those at all.
So
can't trust.
Yeah, I mean, between their government, especially, and our government, especially, you can't trust either side. So, am I worried about China? No, I don't see too much info. I mean, if we need them as much as we need for cheap manufacturing, I don't think we're ever gonna have a problem with them. We might just tote shit back and forth. I'm sure all that bitching and complaining about China and this, that, and the other has more of an impact economically, as far as maybe different tickers going up and down, opposed to actual woes and fears of having any kind of like military battle with them. I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about the country that we completely see taking control of us and making decisions for us and pushing us down certain avenues. That's what I see now. If China is as bad as they are, I'd want to see some census data, because I don't think they have 1 billion people in that country.
Okay. I mean, 400 million is pretty big too. Yeah, India's got to get a hold of their situation. Wow, yeah, they definitely have a lot going on there. But oh man, what a world, dude! What a world. I don't know. I just I feel more and more this is just like this is the fourth turning. We're going this direction of he says he's about peace. Donald Trump, I'm saying, and then you go and do this. It's like, sorry, sir, this is Orwellian. You're talking on both sides of your mouth. Boy, I just, it's hard to know what to say about this. And, again, so what we did last June of 2025, did not get the job done? No, apparently it didn't get the job done. And by the way, folks, my biggest thing, I keep mentioning on this show over and over again ad nauseum, is we're broke. We are broke. And, Trump's criticizing Obama didn't handle things right with Iran because he wasn't a good negotiator and he gave them all this money and blah, blah, blah. Well, then how much money are we spending with this military effort now? You know what I mean? This costs a lot of billions of dollars to move all these ships over here and do all this, So, again, where is, as my partner would say once in a while, where is America first? Come on now, that's all bullshit. It's just all bullshit. I feel like we're just been played. Again, you lefties will start laughing. Oh, I told you so. Yeah, but you're not on our side either. That's the problem. I feel just we have no real right party in this country. There's people who call Trump's right winger or the Republicans right wingers. Like, no, they're weird. They pretend to be right sometimes, and they fly the flag and all this, but they're really for the certain big corporations. They're really for big globalism of the corporations. And and they're for the big military-industrial complex. I mean, what else don't you folks see? I mean, I heard Trump wants to increase the military budget. Why? No, you go in there, buddy, for waste, fraud, abuse. I don't care if it's Doge, if it's J.D. Vance, or like you say, Logan, whatever his name is. There's a fun rabbit hole, right, buddy?
Wow.
Yeah. Is it John? Is it James? Oh, you told me that. Remember?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is this Logan? Do I have my friend Logan here? No, you told me that's not his real name. That J.D. Vance is not his real name.
It's not his real name.
There you go.
That's not a conspiracy.
I know. People need to know about that. I think he even changed his middle name too, which is weird. Like you get your last name changed because your mom remarries or something. That's different.
And he wasn't a hillbilly. He grew up in the middle of fucking nowhere. He lived in Middleton, Ohio. That was like not too far away from where I grew up. So I don't know what hillbilly, Elishay, whatever the
Elegy,
fuck.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, not bad
What
movie.
kind of hillbilly shit are you talking about? That's not hillbilly. Middleton isn't hillbilly. So I don't get where that's all coming from. He's fake. I mean, as far as that, his name's not real. He's not real. He was this poor little hillbilly that just by what was it? Fucking what was the little orphan girl, little orphan Annie? Who was he? Annie and fucking what's his nuts? Is Palantir boy, Peter.
Oh, Peter Thiel. Yeah.
It's like a fucking again. It's a shit movie. They're just rewriting another movie. Little orphan Annie over here, and now he's a vice president in a matter of fucking years. That should be just as suspicious of how Obama supposedly became fucking president.
Exactly.
Came out of nowhere, not even an American citizen,
right.
and becomes president, and no one really looks into that. No one's even doing the same shit with this.
Yeah.
So you guys are fucking yourselves. It's a movie. I'm telling you, it's one goddamn big movie.
And for the old school conspiracy kooks like yours truly, Skull and Bones. Look it up. He went to Yale, and he's a Skull and Bones member. He's a Bones member.
And he had to get boned by somebody to be part of that club.
How much more swamp, Donald? You think we're stupid? This is the thing. And a lot of people are stupid, Donald Trump and the Democrats. A lot of stupid people all over the world. But we are trying, some of the shows, Logan said, alt media, some we're trying to enlighten one another. We're trying to keep up with things, a lot to keep up with. Again, we're just a couple regular dudes here. We may get a few things wrong here and there, but yeah, J.D. Vance, that's not his real name. A whole bunch of these guys, not their real name. I mean, Obama, they started calling him Barack when he wanted to get, be more ethnic or whatever, but people knew him as Barry for years. I bet Michelle still calls him that, Big Mike, yeah. Big Michelle. I don't know, what was this? Was it DeSatro or Satoro? Was this Satoro?
Like that.
Yeah, that was like his mom remarried and stuff, and he's a big complicated story. And Bill Clinton, he's Blythe, is his real last name. His mom remarried a guy named Clinton, and Roger Clinton is his half brother, and blah blah blah. So there's a lot of that out there. It's fascinating, but Vance is a little weird because it's not just like he went from one name and his mom remarried, which did happen, I think, and that would be normal. But he
changed his name twice after the fact of 18.
Yeah, it's a little interesting. Yeah, he's a little interesting. So, and I've stated here on the show before, folks, and I'm sticking my neck out. Could be make a fool of myself, make a schmuck of myself. I don't think Trump's finishing the term, and I think JD may have to take the wheel if he's the vice president or whoever the vice president will be, should that scenario happen. But we'll see. But I tell you, Logan, it's just, I hope I'm wrong. I like your best case scenarios about this whole Iran mess that you're talking about. I like it. I hope it's just quick. And to my friends, I have MAGA friends, okay? You met JLP one time, and they're all behind President Trump. And again, I hope you're right. I hope this is a quick thing. Get out. They have regime change. And maybe the people of Iran can get to a better culture, get to a better country. I know there's been some Iranians here in the United States. Again, we're trying to give you all sides here, folks. There's been some Iranians cheering what Trump did here in America. We forget everybody's here. There's Venezuelans who were cheering, when he took out Maduro. Now, what is going to happen with Venezuela is something I don't think that story's only just begun, folks. We'll see how that one plays out.
It's not going to end well. I mean, think this. So Iran wants something back what they had back in like the 50s or 60s. All the way up to the 70s when they had their little.
Yeah. It was 79 is when they had the.
So back then they had all short skirts, rock and roll, fucking everything. They were
kind of Western for a Middle Eastern country.
Completely Western. And then they made a mistake. Something happened right there. That's what they want back. I would imagine that's what the majority of the normal populace, that's what they want. So are they going to get that? Probably not. They won't get that. I don't think they will.
And we didn't talk about, for a lot of people, it's just Israel. But, I've always tried to bring this up. They're a player. Obviously, they're way up on the list player. But Saudis are in there, too. And the Saudis have always been anti-Iran. Iran's been more of, I think, a Shia Islam. And the Saudis more of a Sunni Islam, I think. And there's always been this rift there between the two factions. Islam. I'm not an Islamic scholar, folks. I can't really tell you what that's all about. There's some disagreement about something in the Quran, but I mean, go ahead.
I'm just thinking, Trump seemed to have brought the Middle East, a lot of the Middle East together, right? And then what does Israel have to gain with these guys playing nice? What happens when you don't have someone like a Trump in there kind of keeping shit together? Because it's not that Israel doesn't like Iran because they're one faction of the same enemy, right? They don't give a shit. So what's to say that Trump's out of office? Either some neocon gets in there, or some dumb Democrat, and either doesn't help or is going to help. One of the two things is going to help Israel say, "Oh fuck, Syria now. All Hamas went from Iran to Syria. What's going to keep this from going on?" So. Maybe that's the forever war that we should be worried about. Not that it's going to happen just in Iran. It'll end in Iran, but it'll move to someplace else very quickly. And we'll have to fight them there. And then, again, all these countries that don't have Rothschild banking in them, keep an eye on them.
So, Lo, speaking of Iran, speaking of Syria, Lebanon, the whole region, do you have any thoughts or comments? I'm seeing this conspiracy theory out there a little bit more about Greater Israel. You see any of this stuff? These people claiming that Israel doesn't just want their country to be this small. They want to expand.
Seed or whatever the fuck. The whole Ottoman Empire is what they want back.
I mean,
I think they're working their way there. I'd say the next
look into it. I'm not saying it's true, folks. I'm just putting it out there. It's one of those things on the internet. It's one of those goofy things. I hope it's not true, but you kind of wonder when you see.
So we have Nick Shirley, right? So he did all that great work up in
Minnesota
with the Somali fraud and everything. There's another guy, Tyler Oliver or Olivera or something like that.
Okay.
Who he's the one I told you he got jet skis and he went to Epstein Island. Like he fucking rode a jet ski up to Epstein Island.
Okay.
Got on, hidden cameras, the whole thing, running around, getting chased by security, gets off the island with his buddy, back on a jet ski. He's done all kinds of crazy things. He's gone to India, part of their shit ceremony thing where they literally throw feces at each other. Guy's done all kinds of crazy, like, journalistic shit. He did one in New Jersey where it's an all, what do they call it? Ascetic, right?
Oh, what was it? Was it New Jersey or was it New York? I thought it was New York.
He did two. I don't know what the original one was. Maybe the second one was New Jersey.
I saw one. It was a place in New York, and I'm just like, wait a minute, I'm going down this rabbit hole. Is this true? This can't be true. It was crazy.
I believe in the second video, or between the videos, they even have it showing public schools and like students and parents crying to these school boards that are majority Jews, that are defunding their school district that they're on the boards for, and then diverting that money to religious Jewish schools. So they're taking public money away from public schools and They're doing shit like that. They're doing the whole giant Wehrfeld state. And he goes in there. I mean, he's asking legitimate questions and no one wants to answer. In the second video, this particular town that they have their own security force. They're not police, but they act like police. They got lights like police, and they can call the police, and the police come and just fuck with this kid the whole time he's there. But doing the same thing, just asking questions. What do you do for a living? How many kids do you have? Are you on welfare? Da, da, da. Just, and some people talk to him, some people don't. A lot of people fucking don't. All kinds of weirdness. And this guy is completely scrubbed from the internet. Like he's completely been he's been ridiculed just as bad as like Candace Owens, right? On her whole the hill she's choosing to die on. Like he did this video now. Patreon completely turned off his stuff, so he can't like he's getting kicked off of all the social media crap, like YouTube and whatnot. So I'm just saying is this the awakening everyone's been talking about? Because I mean these guys are coming. They're no better than what we just all got pissed off about up in Minnesota. It's the same exact shit. So why aren't we upset as much as that as we are?
Well, it's probably not known because Fox won't put it on there.
Oh, true.
There you
true.
go. I think that's. And
I'll
just say that. I just say this right now. I say this right now to anybody, whatever country your homeland is. If you want to come here to assimilate and be a part of the American experience, the American dream, go for it. That's what this country's all about. We are a nation of immigrants. Okay. Not like the way Biden and Harris flooded the country, uncontrolled, unvetted. No, that's not what we're supposed to be. On average, we let in 1.1 million people through legal means every year. That's even Trump, people, okay? All on average, Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter. We're a great nation. I mean, think about that. 1 million people a year through legal means, not the illegal stuff, okay? Put all that aside. Think about that. We're not like some xenophobic, racist, we're just going to take a few thousand super scientific engineer people. That's all we're going to take in, just 3,000 a year.
And regardless of that, remember the people that are bitching the loudest about how this is such a racist fucking country are the ones themselves that are of these races that we're supposed to be racist against, and they're all speaking of the power that they got from this country that they're bitching about. Like Ismail Omar, as long as she is still
Ilhan Omar, yeah.
Or whatever her fucking name is. Like her, like Michelle Obama, like her when she would come out and talk about, you people, Oprah Winfrey, anyone who talked about George Floyd, like, this big horrible racial discrepancy, all coming from multi-billionaire fucking black people, like, really, where do you come off talking about? Then go back to where the fuck you came from.
Well,
if it ain't so racist,
and Oprah and Michelle are American. They're from America. Ilhan, she's from somewhere else. Ilhan, by the way, is a very beautiful lady, and she's doing very well here in America. And Ilhan, you should be very pro-America. Thank you, America, for everything you've done for me and my family, because America's really done a lot for you. And your homeland, is she Somali? Is she really from Somalia? I mean, Somalia, there's some bad things have happened in Somalia. Some horrible things have happened, by the way, in many African countries. You do kind of wonder, does any of the African-American people here in America, do you care about that? Do you talk about that? Any of you care about your homeland? I mean, some races are, I say races, some are racist, some are ethnic groups. Some are religious groups. Some will care about their homeland, right?
You come from this shithole fucking country that it was so shitty that you had to leave, and then you want to bring that same shitty fucking culture over here that fucked that country up, and you want to fuck this up. No, you shouldn't. I truly, unless you're born in this country, you should not be able to be in any position of leadership in this country.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing.
Like her,
it's pretty amazing. I don't know what this is for the U.S. Senate, but yeah, you can be in the House. I think years ago when I even found that out, I was like, wow, okay. Or the Arnold Schwarzenegger, he ran for governor of California. I'm like, what? You do have to be a natural born citizen, I believe, to be president. I know there's some people who are worried about Obama and all this kind of stuff, but that is for the presidency. I don't know.
It should be like that across the board, because obviously we have great examples of people doing piss poor jobs and using their former culture or country or homeland as like some this is morally my country was better. No, that's why you're here. Go back then.
I know, and it's so sad. You got 2 people that died up in Minnesota, getting all mad at ICE, and maybe ICE could have been directed better. Maybe they should have used more non-lethal force things. I don't know, but those people were stupid. They did stupid things. There were some bad choices. But hey, for years, there's been corruption there. Don't you lefties give a damn? Or are you all just paid for to be provocateurs and do a bunch of shit? And nobody, I mean, if you believe in these government programs, okay, well, you should want these all to be on the up and up, not for millions and then actually billions over time. There being a bunch of waste, fraud things. And it's not just going back to Somalia. There's probably a lot of Minnesota politicians that were getting kickbacks for all that BS that was going on in Minnesota. And then you got to go, well, how much of that's going on in New Jersey? How much of that's going on in New York? How much of that's going on in California? How much of that's going on in Illinois? Right here in the land of Lincoln, right here in Illinois, in California, Oregon, blah, 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 etc. I mean,
it's hypocrisy, and it's a bad movie. It's a badly written movie. That's just what it is.
Well, the one more thing, Logan, that I just really want to say, and I've said it before here, ladies and gentlemen, and you talk about distraction, and there's always so much damn distraction. Whether we got Jim Carrey, is Jim Carrey real? Is he not real? Is Charlie Kirk this or Erica Kirk that or whatever? Blah blah blah. You know, was Biden wearing a mask? Was Biden a robot the whole damn time? The way he was walking, so his last 2 years in term. I mean, there's so much crazy stuff on the internet. Who knows what to believe? But the bottom line is, folks, we just use huge. This is being recorded in early March, 2026. We just use huge military force to do regime change in Iran. I don't know that we were under a direct threat as a nation by Iran. I know their proxies have done things over the years, and they've been hostile to us here and there. But as a nation, I don't know if they've done anything directly to threaten us. Okay, and you just think about the drugs. Again, I go back to this. You want to find an enemy. You want to find an enemy, folks. It is these cartels. And I don't care, you Trump people, oh, they killed 100 people off of Venezuela. Yeah, so that's a start. That's no good. And there's been people for years on all different sides of politics wondering if our intelligence agencies are in bed with the cartels. Because why are we allowing them to exist? We have the biggest. Logan sent me a thing recently, folks, about we were the biggest, the biggest Navy. Then we're like the second biggest Navy. Like all these different branches of our military. We have so many different branches of our military. So we have all this. We have all this hardware. We've been paying. We're deep in debt. We have all this, but we don't really use it. Again, folks, you need to think these things a little bit differently. And all you idiot Democrats, especially, you're all black and brown. Black and brown. Who do they say is the most adversely affected by illegal narcotics coming into our country? Who? I ask you, who? Yeah, where's the Democrats saying we need to go bomb those cartels in Mexico? We need to go bomb the cartels in Colombia. Where's that happening at? Where's that happening? And I'm saying, Trump, you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. You left the Honduras guy out. What was that all about? But you go get Maduro. Okay, this is all just insane. You want to talk about direct threat hurting American people on our soil, clogging our criminal and penal system, our whole system, a judicial system of violence, drug trafficking, and all the blood, all the violence that's connected to drug trafficking, ruining generations, ruining neighborhoods in our inner cities all over this country, from Miami to New York City to Chicago to LA, Compton. I mean, where are you people? Cincinnati, Cleveland, Detroit. Does anybody care? Do you care? This has happened in our own nation. Not just the fentanyl deaths. That's horrible too. Okay? But just the overall narcotics for years, the cocaine, the heroin, et cetera, et cetera. This is awful. And we have all this military might, and we don't do much about it. We bust this guy. Oh, we just got this boat off of Miami with a bunch of kilos. Oh, look what we're doing. Look what we're doing. Yeah, but over year after year, they keep coming. We don't stop it. I mean, this is the thing. And so when you see Trump using all this military might with Iran, you just got to say, hey, what about our real enemies? What about the cancer within this country? So anyway, I'll get off the soapbox for the moment. Oh, boy. Well, Logan, should we kind of go on to something a little bit lighter, maybe? Yeah, it's kind of a yes and no lighter. Let's talk about a great American actor we just lost, Robert Duvall. 95 years old. You surprised me. You're a little younger than me, and you were bothered by his passing here.
Yeah, I liked a bunch of his movies. He was a good actor. I liked him a lot. He seemed like a decent guy.
Yeah, I had no idea what his politics were, and I would say, you always assume everybody in show business is all, left leaning, liberal, limousine liberal, kind of a guy. I have no idea if he was, by the way. I know he dug a lot of Central American stuff. He was quite what do you call that? Not mambo. Oh God, what is it? Anyways, dancing with the Latin flair. I guess he was quite good at that kind of stuff. Tango. Yeah, he was quite a tango dancer, I guess. And yeah, what a career. I mean, he played Boo Radley, one of his big breakthrough roles as a young actor from To Kill a Mockingbird, a great book that was made into a movie with Gregory Peck years ago. And the Godfather movies and the cowboy movies. And I never saw Lonesome Dove. That was like a miniseries, I think. It was super popular, though, I know.
Yeah, my parents were into that, my dad anyway.
Yeah, they were really, it was super popular. For me, I got a rough movie with him, dude. I don't know. This is kind of hard to explain. I don't know if you have any movies like this in your situation, but so me and the old man never got along really well, okay? So there's a harsh movie out there where he plays this character. The movie's called The Great Santini. Came out, I think, like 79, late 70s there. And he plays this military guy, and the way he deals with his family, and he's a little bit abusive, and it kind of reminded me a lot of my father, so I almost can't watch the movie. It's a great movie. I mean, it's a great movie. It's a great performance by him. I don't know if he won, but he was nominated, I do believe, for that performance. It's a pretty heavy-duty performance. Hard for me to watch. But for me, the big one is... how's that line go? Smell that smell. Smells like, that smell. Napalm in the morning. Love that smell. Smells like victory. Apocalypse Now. He was this crazy colonel or general or whatever, and he was something else than that. That's a whole acid trip of a movie, as a matter of fact, with a lot of great actors in that. But yeah, he was definitely one of them. Yeah, Robert Duvall. His work will definitely be continued, and Old Lions was a good one too. Was that the one with Michael Caine? Yeah. He did a lot of good stuff. I still have yet to see all of his movies. I still haven't seen Days of Thunder yet. I know you like.
It's probably my favorite movies. And I don't know why. That one and the Open Range, him and Kevin Costner. That was like from 2010, I think.
Okay, yeah, I have not caught that one yet either. Yeah, he was one of the best of his generation. And his generation, Robert Duvall's generation, wow, some of the best actors, I think.
Fast and Furious. Gone in 60 Seconds. He was in that remake with Nicolas Cage, I think.
Oh, okay. I may have seen that one. I'm trying to remember if I did or I didn't. But yeah, Robert Duvall, rest in peace, 95 years old. Yeah. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to get off the politics, and yet are we? We're going to talk a little bit of review here. Logan and I have both seen the movie. It's out right now. It's been out for maybe a couple weeks. It is called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Log, what did you think of it?
It was funny. I liked it. Right.
The wife and I, we're big Sam Rockwell fans. He's like he's got the right kind of quirkiness to him, or he can be funny but he also can, he can be kind of a serious actor at the same time. So if he's in something, we're there. We're fans. And I want to say Michael Pena does a good job in the movie. Juno Temple and Zazie Beetz and Haley Lou Richardson. Particularly Juno Temple and Haley Lou Richardson, they did a really good job. So one of them is I think Juno Temple. I think she would be the would-be mom, the blonde, if you remember in the movie. I thought she did a really good job in that. And then the other one who is the mom who has her son who gets killed in a school shooting. I think that's Haley Lou Richardson. I think, and she did I thought a really good job. So it was supposed to be a dark comedy, ladies and gentlemen, but I tell you, it was, and it's violent. I'll say that, but
it wasn't as bad as I expected.
Oh, did you? You thought it'd be worse? Yeah.
I really thought it was more like Idiocracy 2.0. I mean,
okay.
It was
okay.
The whole from the beginning where he touches that student's cell phone, like it just felt like, oh, yeah, that's that whole that whole mindset, the whole mentality through that movie was like in this one. Like everyone's just fixated on that one subject, and yeah, I don't know. hit close to home for sure in a very
Oh, it did. Yes, sir.
fantastical
Yes,
way,
sir.
but-
My wife and I mean, we like going to see movies. I love the movie experience in the theater. A lot of times you feel like a little bit invigorated after you see a movie, sometimes. This movie, we were kind of, it had its moments and it was entertaining and there was some comedic, but the message kind of hit us a little harder. It hit home. Oh yeah. Yeah, we were almost a little down. So I don't want to tell you that for people going to see the movie. I don't want to be doing no. It's a good movie and it will entertain you. And the violence, you say it wasn't as bad as you thought it was. It's very creative violence too. Which is, it was quite creative, most of it. But yeah, there was a certain kind of sickeningness and grossness to our world, ladies and gentlemen, and the artificial, I guess, fake reality that we're all kind of being seduced into. Don't you think, Logan?
Sure.
I mean, there's a lot of that movie. I would say to you, you think about this for a couple of minutes here. I'll give you my answer. Like, what part disturbed you the most, or disturbed you? One of the most disturbing things. I mean, I had several disturbing scenes in that movie that really kind of got to me. One was there's a character, ladies and gentlemen, who goes around to these rich kids' birthday parties for these little kids, and this one character she dresses up as a princess, and she goes around all these like I said, little girl parties and stuff like that, and there's one where these little girls are all on their phones while the cake is being served or whatever, and they're all dressed like princesses and stuff, and it was like that scene for me, amongst other scenes, but there's just certain, I don't know how to say it, man. There's a certain grotesqueness about our world right now and kind of where we're headed here. And like, we all got to be really careful here, because we all can get sucked into peer pressure. Well, they're doing it. Well, Bobby's doing it. Little Susie's doing it. Well, I don't know, this is, you got to, make the kids happy. Ooh, we got to get, again, I don't care what your politics are. We got to come back to some place of common sense here in America, or and other people have said this too. Maybe instead of an external enemy, maybe you got to worry about these cancers within our country. Whether it is drug addiction, whether it is technology addiction. I mean, I think we got a lot of cancers right here in our own country that are eating away at us. What you think?
Sure.
Anyway, that's what I came back with, buddy. All right. Well, do anything else, Logan, we want to touch upon here? It is early March 2026, ladies and gentlemen. I hope it gets better, but it's going to be a big year. It's 250th anniversary this coming July 4th. I hope we can come together more as a country. I hope it doesn't take something bad to bring us more together. I hope things calm down here in the Middle East soon. I pray for that, and we'll see what happens. All right, everyone. You take care.